Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if we haven't met before, hi, I'm Janine. A couple of my kids are in the other room right now, so you might hear a little bit of noise in the background. But anyway, I felt like today was a really good time since I've actually been doing some of my self-care routines, and I was about to do an apple cider vinegar soak on my locks, and I figured that it was the perfect time to show you guys how I do it. Now, I only do this deep soak every couple of months because you don't want to dry out the follicle, but it's really important as buildup is inevitable. I don't know if you could see this, but I have some like fuzzies and stuff in that's kind of like starting to surface, and there's debris. Now, you know, when you lock up your hair, you're not really supposed to use things that create lots of debris, like conditioners and shampoos that have parabens or fragrances, so I don't really use that. But even so, over time debris kind of builds up. You know, I was doing headstands in the sand at the beach the other day for my sister's birthday party, and it's been super windy, and so it's like I really need to do a soak. So what this does is, well, for one thing, the apple cider vinegar is really good at balancing the pH. There are tons of recipes on Pinterest and online where you can even just have like apple cider vinegar hair washes. You can even use apple cider vinegar on your hair when you don't have locks. It actually helps prevent things like dandruff and dry scalp, and it leaves like a beautiful soft shine. I used to use apple cider vinegar hair masks, I think, something like that, before I locked up my hair, and my hair would always have a lot of volume and be shiny. Now, you really don't want to overdo the soak because we are going to be using baking soda and you don't want to dry out your hair. So what I've done to prep is I filled up a pot with some filtered water from the shower head. Something that we kind of try to prioritize in our house is having water that is high quality without too much chlorine. And I also know that if you know that the water that you have is super hard, that might over time not be so good for your hair, but we all do what we have to do, right? I'm filling up a pot with warm water in the shower. I saw someone saying to fill it up as hot as possible and as hot as you can stand it. Don't do that. You don't need to have it scalding hot. Warm water will open the cuticle of your hair. It will open it up. It just needs to be warm. It does not need to be scalding. We don't want to do anything to screw with the integrity of our hair. The harsher we are on it, the more likely it is to break. And what I'm trying to do is create a nice environment so that my locks can grow long, stay healthy and clean and happy and all that good stuff. So you only need it to be warm. Some people purchase, and I know they have them on Amazon, some people purchase those it's like a thing you can soak your hair in that's more comfortable, that's inflatable. I don't have one of those. I used to use a big mixing pot, but unfortunately it broke, so today I'm actually going to be using a cooking pot. I would not recommend it because, you know, my neck is probably going to hurt from that. My neck is gonna be sorry for that one. But you do what you gotta do, and it really is, I really gotta get the sand and stuff out of my hair. The ingredients we are going to be using are apple cider vinegar. I can link to a brand that I actually really stand by. We just started using this brand, but I feel like there's a different one that is high quality. Like, the name is escaping me, but I'll put it in the links or I'll put it on the screen. So, baking soda, but I'm not actually going to be using this one. This one we use for cooking. So I'm going to be using this baking soda.
Is that salt? What is that?
This is apple cider vinegar and baking soda. You know, some recipes actually do have salt in them. There's a lot of different combinations. Make sure that you learn a lot, that you take the time to learn a lot about your hair so that you can find what levels and degrees that you need. Some people use a lot more apple cider vinegar and baking soda than I do, but they might have a lot thicker hair, a lot longer locks. Make sure you figure out what kind of hair you have. Is it oily? Is it dry? Is it thick? Is it thin? Do some research on your type of hair. There are many variations to how much apple cider vinegar and baking soda you can use. Some people use a lemon. I like to use a lemon or a lime, and I've recently done a soak, so I'm not doing one that's super serious for myself today, but you can use squeeze half a lime or half a lemon in there, and I think that can also lighten your hair if you're going for that. So I like to use about a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, and about 3/4 cup of baking soda in the warm water. Pour that in. It's gonna have a little bubbly reaction when you put them together. I'm gonna do this 2 times. We're gonna soak in it for about 20 to 30 minutes. While it's soaking, as the debris comes to the surface, I'm gonna be sort of sort of massaging it, working it out, and you'll see it sort of starting to come out in the water, and it might look kind of gross. Then we're gonna rinse it out with some cool water, and I'm gonna use the Dr. Bronner's. I like to use the baby unscented ones because it's the most gentle, but there are other things like lavender and stuff like that, but like I said, I try not to use a lot of fragrances in my hair in order to prevent excess buildup, seeing as I do end up oiling my hair afterwards, and that's enough, you know. And I'm gonna dump all that old yucky water out, start the process over again, and soak my hair a second time, shampoo and rinse and wash it in cool water a second time, and then it is going to be beautiful and shiny and new and fresh, and then I'm gonna just let it air dry. So yeah, let's do this. I know, I'm just eyeballing it. And oh, by the way, make sure that you have a towel ready because, you know, it's gonna be a lot. And let's go over to the bathroom. So I got the cooking pot with the water and I'm gonna pour that in. It's so funny that I'm using this cooking pot. It shouldn't be so scalding that your fingers can't handle touching it. So I'm just gonna soak that for 20 minutes. It's so funny. Do not use a cooking pot. Get something more comfortable that you can, you know, actually lay back and like relax it. You may start to notice like the water kind of turning brown, and that might be just from whatever you use to oil and moisturize your hair. It's totally normal to see it kind of doing that. I know it could be gross, but that's normal. All right, so you might want to look at the water, which is actually not that dirty, but like I said, I recently washed it, so it's a little yellow, but not too much debris. My hair definitely feels lighter. I'm just gonna pour that out. Now I'm just gonna quickly do a little rinse with the Dr. Bronner's in the shower, and then I'm gonna repeat the process. And remember, when you are showering off, remember to use cool water. We don't want to overly strip the hair. When we rinse it, the cold water will allow the little bristles, I don't know what it's called, but the hair sort of opens up and it will allow it to close back up using the cool water. We don't want to be stripping all the oils from our hair. We just want to clean it. We just want to get the debris out. And when I wash my hair, I try to keep the shampoo at the scalp, and I try to either gently, because you don't want to scratch your scalp, I'm trying to increase growth and just stimulate and also clean off my scalp and all of that, and lightly exfoliate it. But I use the pads of my fingers. I don't use my nails, so that I'm gentle with my scalp and I just kind of work my way through. But what would be better is to use a little tool like this. I definitely forget doing that a lot, but it's got these little kind of rubbery or like silicone or something, but it has these little things and it feels really good when you kind of work it around the scalp, and that helps too when you have locks. I just feel like I'm really able to just wash my hair better when I use that, but I don't always end up using it. Anyway, once it's lathered, I just kind of work my way down the hair and then rinse off at the tips. I don't apply any of the shampoo to the locks. I do it to the scalp. Maybe if I feel like I see, because sometimes on the ends is where you'll start to see the buildup kind of coming out after one of these soaks. So then maybe I'll just lather up the tips and like get the last bit of that out, but usually 1 or 2 soaks does it for me. It really depends on how long you went without a deep clean. I'm gonna let my hair air dry right now, but I do have a blow dryer with this setting here. And what you could do is attach that to your blow dryer. So what you could do is put this not to hot, but like to a middle setting, and then just kind of hold it and scrunch it up at the base, move it around until it's dry, and then it even gives my hair like a nice curl. Okay, so now that my hair is all clean and done and I'm just letting it dry, I'm gonna use this moment to oil it back up. I just started using amla oil. I'll let you know how that goes. I've been using products with amla oil in it, but I'm trying not to use a combination right now. I'm just gonna use one type of oil at a time to see how it how my body reacts and how my hair reacts. I don't use coconut oil because it makes the skin on my face sort of break out. What I'm doing is I'm massaging the oil into my scalp, and then I'm working it down, and then I'm gonna do the tips. And this, I've noticed, it makes my hair really soft. Sometimes these oils have more of like a spicy smell to them. So this one doesn't really, which I'm liking. All right. And then usually I'll do like a face mask or another beauty treatment at the same time as this. I did them before I started filming, so my face is already happy with like an avocado-y mask thing on top of it that you can't really see on film here. And then maybe I'll do like a lip mask or exfoliation or something. Okay. Oh. It's feeling clean and shiny. I might go sit outside for a bit. My scalp feels fresh. And you know, I love how refreshed I feel because I tend to let the worries of the day get me, and sometimes, and I just feel like I catastrophize a lot. Now when you get some sunlight, when you wash your hair and feel refreshed and take care of your skin, I just feel fresh and like, whew, kind of like a spa day. Just chill. I can chill, and then we're gonna get the things done that need to get done. So anyway, I hope you found this video to be helpful. Let me know your recipes. I know everybody's got their own. Mine's just kind of very simple. It gets the job done. But yeah, if you have any like recipe secrets that you want to share with the class, let us know in the comments below, and I'm sure people will greatly appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.